Hey guys, Gabe Cordova here. Looks like we had a little bit of a hiccup there when it came to getting everything broadcasting. So we're going to wait just a second. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee and let people join. We resent out a new link. So again, apologize for the delay there. I was actually talking away, showing you guys everything, and come to find out it was not broadcasting. So we're going to give again everybody just a few minutes to pop in here and see what's going on. And we'll jump right back into it and get rolling. While we're waiting, please don't hesitate to ask any questions as we're going through. We want to make sure that we're answering questions as we go. Going to be highlighting some features that just rolled out here recently, as well as touching base on some that we've had for a while that we're noticing a lot of our clients maybe didn't realize were there or didn't have, haven't utilized them or haven't utilized them to the fullest potential. So anyway, probably gonna give it like one more minute here and we're gonna get rolling. So again, apologize for the delay, but thanks for sticking with us. All right. Okay. That wasn't a minute, but we're going to get rolling. Looks like we have a handful of people here. We will be recording this as well, so there'll be a replay sent back out to everybody so that we can get it sent out to everybody and you can watch it if you missed part of it with the little mishap that's going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my screen share going. I want to be able to show you guys what we're talking about. We're going to be in a live account. So we're showing you real life examples of what's going on. So what we're going to start off with is you guys have all seen that we probably had campaign templates had a huge makeover to them. So basically what I want to show you is what it looked like or what it's been looking like and how it's changed and how you can use it to clean up and work more efficiently in your business. So prior, we'll start with just email templates. When you came in, all the templates that were for the office were here, just like this. This user has not changed anything yet. So it didn't use to say office templates. It was just your templates coming out. So as you can see, we have 3 questions about core group, whatever it is. It was everybody's, including lenders in one spot. So you had to scroll and scroll and scroll to get through everything and go through. What we've done, I'm going to duplicate this so I don't lose where I'm at, is in your drop down now, whether you're an admin or a non-admin, you're still going to see these 2 options over here now, templates, campaigns. Start with templates. All right, a couple things that have changed. You're going to see a new column here that says visible or not visible. This is where we're going to be able to hide things. All right, I'm going to get back to that in just a second. We have the name, the subject. You're now going to see who owned or who created the templates. Everything that was currently in your system is still available and it's just been brought over for you. So nothing has changed, you've lost nothing. But what you can do, let's just use this 3 questions, for example. I like this template, I want to use it, but I want to make some adjustments to it. All right, if you don't own it, you can't delete it, but what you can do is come over here and hit copy. When you hit copy, it's going to bring it over exactly, so you don't have to recreate anything yet. Name it. I would probably change the name a little bit so you have some specifics. I'm using Tom's account, so I'm going to use his name. And maybe you came in here and you just don't like this initial greeting, whatever it is. And whatever changes you want to make, just go ahead and make those. Once you've done those, if you want to keep this private, so it's just for you because you've modified it, just hit save. You're now going to see in your templates drop down the new one that we just created. I changed the name so it's easy to see. You can also see that I created it as a user and when I created it. All right, now I'm going to come back over to the lead. I'm going to hit refresh just so that we can see this drop down. You're now going to notice there's 2 sections. All right, my templates and the office templates. All right, any templates that you modify or create are going to be at the top. That way you don't have to scroll past or filter through any of those. All right, so what's going to be nice is going to be the ability to now start cleaning these up. I don't want to see all these, especially the ones maybe that I've modified, because I want to keep this one, and this one, but I don't want to scroll past others. This is where this hide or visible, invisible comes in. By just simply clicking at one time, you can now see it's red with a line through it. I come back over, see where it says questions and 3 questions. Once that screen's been refreshed, or the next time I do that drop down of the template, that 3 questions is no longer there. So if you have a bunch of these, especially in offices that have been around for a while, or templates that you don't want to use, or maybe they're a seasonal template that you're using, maybe you had a series of 5 or 6 templates you use during the holidays. You don't want to scroll past them all year long when you're not using them. You can now go through and hide them. Or if I'm a lender in the system and I want to just go create all these under my own, I can then get rid of these so I don't have to scroll past them. It just allows you to clean up everything and work a lot more efficiently. Exact same thing, guys, text templates, all right? Nothing different here except that it just doesn't have a subject because texts don't have subjects, all right? Again, if you want to hide them, you don't want to use them, create your own, just add a template or copy one and make it your own. Same thing, once you do that, it's going to show your icon that you've done it, and you can do that. If you're an admin in the system, you also have the ability to go in and delete some, all right? Only admin can delete Office templates. Non-admin cannot delete them. But if you're not an admin and you don't want to see all the other Office templates in there because you don't use them, just simply hide them, guys. You don't have to look at them or scroll past them to work through it. So any questions on that? Want to kind of come over, make sure we don't have any questions. I don't see that. Let's see, Gabe, is it on? Does seem to be on. So let me know if you guys aren't seeing anything, but it does show that we are broadcasting. So if you are seeing this, if you don't mind maybe chiming in, let me know. I want to make sure that I'm actually talking to people. Would love to hear that that we're actually up and running. So, all right, we're going to skip on to the next one. So this is AdBiz templates for text and email. Campaigns, guys, are the exact same way. All right, nothing different here. All the campaigns that were in the system are still here. And you can do the exact same thing, whether it's copy, make them your own, create your own, and then hide from the drop down so that, again, you're only seeing the stuff that you want to see. All right. Also want to cover one of the releases that we've had, which is Zillow integration. All right. Whether you're an agent or a team, we now have a Zillow integration. Once you go into your profile and go into your settings, you're going to see partner integrations over here. All right. You're going to see Zillow partner contact settings. All right. It's going to give you 2 codes to upload into Zillow, all right? Where if you want all your Zillow leads to go to the office, to be distributed through the office, you would use this code. You can just simply copy it and then go to Zillow and put it into the API section. Or if you want to make sure, hey, I'm going to go put this in my login. I want to make sure any leads that come from that login come only to me as the agent and don't go through the distribution, you're going to want to grab this link here, all right? So just want to make sure everybody's clear on that. Use this one in Zillow if you want all of the leads to go to the office. You're going to use the one that says Agent Partner ID if you want the leads to bypass distribution and just come directly to you. So if that makes sense to everybody. This has cleaned that up. We're being able to get those in not only a little bit faster, but cleaner with more information and all of that. So I want to make sure that works for all you guys. All right, I'm going to head back over to tasks. All right, and I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to go to my dashboard. All right, you're going to start noticing some of the different icon on tasks if you haven't noticed it already. All right, under all the tasks. Now, this is once tasks have been created, okay? You now have a calendar button. If you click this, it's going to show you 3 different options where you can add it to the Apple Calendar, your Google Calendar, or your Outlook. I want to go over a little bit how these work differently. I'm going to start with Google, probably the most common. Once a task is created, and I'll show you from the task page on within the lead profile as well as here, it works exactly the same. But if I just click Google Calendar, it's literally going to take that task, and I'll come back over. As you can see, it has phone call, or email on May 1st. It's going to bring it over to calendar, put it in here. Down in the notes, guys, this is important. We had a few people that have missed this that are using it. Down in the notes section, it's bringing over any description. All right, so when you create a task, in fact, I'm going to open up another one here. When you go and create a task, you have this description. Call to set an appointment. And we got an extra one there. All right, doesn't matter. Appointment, there we go. Whatever you type here, guys, is going to be brought over to the into the notes. All right, here's the description. So if you want a lot of description or you have a script or something, it does come to your calendar. These are tasks that are probably not maybe just everyday 1, 2, 3 follow-up tasks. These are things that you want to make sure you're not missing. This is an appointment. This is something super important. And outside of just having it on the lead profile here or on the dashboard, it's also on your calendar. All right. I do want to point out when you send these tasks to your calendar, as of today, it's going to default it to 8 to 8:30. But again, if you want to change that, just click in here if you want to put it on a specific time. All right. don't miss that we're also providing you a link back to it. So when this happens on your calendar, with one click, you can be landing right back onto the lead's profile. So what's going to happen is if you were to click this link, what it's going to do, it'd be the same as if you had just clicked on this lead right here. It's going to take you right to their profile. All right, same exact thing. If you are going to use one of the other options, as far as Apple or Outlook, what this does is it actually downloads an appointment link. That's how those, oh, did the wrong button there, sorry. When we're on here, add to Apple Calendar. Oh, it downloads it, sorry, missed it here. It's gonna download the appointment. Once you open this, it's gonna open the event. Sorry, I clicked it twice. We have a little delay with the webinar. And then you can just choose which calendar you want to put it on. All right, so it downloads the appointment first, and then you just choose what calendar, and away you go. I'm gonna go ahead and hit cancel so we don't have multiple on there. Same thing for Outlook. So again, this is how it looks on the dashboard. If you're on a leads profile, once you're on here, you can click on it. We got a little delay here with the webinar. Come on, there we go. And you can see the calendar button. Works exactly the same. Add to calendar. It's going to give you the exact same 3 options. All right. Now, one thing I want to point out on this is when you're creating the task, you do not see this calendar icon. We can't send a task to a calendar that hasn't been created yet. So you have to create the task first. Once it's created, now I can send that task to the calendar if I want to. All right. Just want to make sure all of that makes sense. Any questions so far? Let's switch over and see if we have any questions coming in. Don't see any yet. Perfect. All right, so that is our tasks to calendar. Lead sources. Also now showing that we have lead sources displaying on the lead. So before, you used to have to go into client details to see what the lead source was. We're now showing it on all of them. So if you were to go in, for example, to leads or something like that, you could see it out on the main page where it was coming from, or you had to, again, click on the lead name and then go into client details. We're now displaying it right underneath the name for you so you don't have to go anywhere. Make it a little bit easier for you guys to know when you're going through the history where that lead came from. That way, if you have a different follow-up type or something with it, that you know how you want to do the follow-up. All right, the other one I want to talk about is in your settings, and it's the agent pause. So within Firepoint, we have the ability to distribute leads in the system. So if you go into settings, you're now going to see right in this orange bar where it says pause lead distribution. All right, what this is allowing you to do, if you're an agent and you're heading out on vacation for 2, 3, 4 days, 4 weeks, whatever we are, and we want to make sure we move ourselves so we're not getting new leads coming in that we're not going to follow up with, all we have to do is click this button, and it's going to say you pause your lead distribution. It's going to give you a date and time. All right, the other thing that I want to show you, and I'm going to try and zoom in here, is it's going to put this grayed out pause button over the top of your profile picture. All right, that is going to show no matter which page you're on. So if you're back on the dashboard, doesn't matter, your picture is grayed out with a pause. This is a reminder to you saying, hey, you have paused yourself from lead distribution, right? So that way, if you're not getting leads, you're not reaching out to your team lead or sales manager saying, hey, why am I not getting it? You can see it, right? To unpause, just simply come in to the settings, same spot, and you can hit resume. Once you do that, as you can see, this has come off, all right? If you're a team lead, what I want to make sure you guys are aware of, when you go into the office settings, what you used to have to do is go into lead distribution. You'd go through each rule if you wanted to pause someone. Let's say Caleb went on vacation, so you wanted to go through all the rules, and you'd have to expand out the rules, go down, and remove people from it. Well, we've made it a lot easier. So instead of going to lead distribution, what we want you to do now is go into users. And again, this is an admin feature. All right, so if you're an admin, instead of going in and changing all the distribution rules, all you need to do, come right to the users page. You can come in, hit pause. It's going to give you a warning saying you've selected the pause lead distribution for Caleb, for the agent, whoever you did. If you proceed, this user may not receive or will not receive any opportunities to claim leads until they are unpaused. All right, it's just our warning to you that you're from all rules. All right. If people go to their agent link, they'll still be able to register. The agent will still be able to manually add leads in. This is just saying from lead distribution, the system will no longer assign lead opportunities to them, right? Once you hit pause, you'll now see a play button instead of a pause button and the date that you paused it, all right? It's also going to say who paused it. That way there's never a question of who paused the agent or not. So to unpause them, just click the button again. It disappears. This agent is now back in rotation for any distribution. All right. Sorry, I had a question come in here. Does Firepoint have any pre-done text template? I believe some come over. I know on the email, I'm not on the text side if any templates come over. In fact, we're done on the lead pause if there weren't any other questions on that. Again, text templates are typically really short, or at least I recommend them to be short and sweet. To get to those, just come on over, text templates, and you're going to see them all in here. To create them, guys, super, super fast, just hit the add button, type the name of it. This is the name that's going to be in the dropdown. This is not visible within the text. So is this leads? One of my favorite texts, if anybody who's listened to me speak or done any of my classes, is this. I'm going to put client's first name, and I'm going to put a question mark. So once I've hit create, let me hit save on that. They're in alphabetical order, so I can come down and find it. Or when I'm on a leads profile, let's just go to good old handy dandy Fred over here. And I want to send them a text. I can initiate the text and put it in there, and it didn't load, of course. Why is it not going in there? Of course, technical difficulties. Let's just see text templates. Is this lead's name? Here it is. So we can load in there. All right, let me go to actually a real lead. See if it'll load in there. Let's see. I'll test this for you guys one more time. Text message. There it goes, loaded this time. And again, it's going to break up my text templates versus the office template. So that's great in creating your own or customizing them, is that it's going to be right at the top. You don't have to go scrolling through all of the office ones that everybody's created. So once you put it in, is this Pedro? Again, it auto-filled the lead's name in there for you. All right, there we go. Pause. Okay, another one I want to chat with are save searches. Guys, save searches, you've heard me over and over and over talk, are super important. It's the number one thing bringing leads back to your website. All right, it's the one thing bringing them. They came to your, for the most part, probably looking for pretty pictures of pretty homes. One thing bringing them back. All right, when a new lead comes in, they start looking at homes. All right, and what I want to talk to you about, I'm going to show you on the front-facing website. When they come in, especially if we're talking about PPC, anything maybe bringing from Facebook or something like that, they're landing page like this. All right, they're seeing homes. If they click on homes, that's great. That's going on. But sometimes what happens is they might come in and change something. The way the system is set up is they get to look at 3 homes. This forced registration you're seeing here doesn't pop up until the 3rd screen or the 3rd property viewing, but it does pop up if people try to change search criteria because it's saying, hey, let us know who you are in order to continue. All right, so there are times when a lead comes in and there aren't any search criteria. So going back into your systems, admin, you guys have to set this up for office. All right, when you come in under IDX Site Management, there's a section right at the top here, settings. All right, you can enable it to be on or off. I always recommend turning this on. All right, so enable and auto create safe search. What it's going to do, Firepoint is going to create a safe search for a lead based on the time that you put in here. Right, you have hours and minutes. Basically, when the lead comes in, if they look at 2 or 3 properties, within 3 minutes, if the agent assigned to it that accepted it hasn't created a safe search, it's going to create that for them. All right, you decide what that time frame is. All right, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly. I recommend daily. Every lead that comes in should be on a safe search, and until you've made contact and justify a time frame, I highly recommend doing daily. Again, it keeps you or your agent, your company, your brand in front of that lead all the time, so that hopefully they're linking back, trying to get them off of Zillow, off of Realtor.com, off of any of these other things that are on there. So you decide, but I'd definitely do a short time, 30 minutes to an hour. So that first one goes out while they're still thinking real estate. Hopefully they're still on your site. And then it goes. You have a second option, create a saved search if there's no search criteria. So that's what I was just talking about. If they didn't actually get criteria in here, or maybe they went to a contact page and filled something out and the lead was created that way, it's saying, do you want us to go ahead and create one? If you turn this yes, the system's going to say, okay, then what do you want it to be? So in this instance, you could probably pick the most popular markets. So in the Boise area, Boise Meridian are probably the two most searched areas. You can also pick price ranges. What I would probably recommend doing is doing a range that's about 100,000 below the average search price, maybe, or average sales price, and probably to 100,000 above. So what it's saying is if they came in and got forced registered, but didn't click on any homes, do you want us to still send them something? I'm a firm believer in any safe search is better than no safe search. So even if they're looking in a surrounding area that doesn't include this, what it'll do is prompt them to reach out and say, hey, I'm not actually looking in these areas, I'm looking in this. Or it allows the agent to be able to reach out and call later that day, the next day, saying, hey, Pedro, just want to let you know I started sending you listings in the Boise Meridian area. Let me know if you want me to make adjustments, whether it's area, price, size, something like that. So again, this is if you want the system to set it up because they didn't specify any search criteria. All right, come over and see if I'm seeing any questions coming in. For some reason can't see them, so all right, cool. So next section on this save search settings, right? Sunsetting a save search and updates. This is turned on. This is something that we've put in place to help save and email reputation. Email reputation is everything. All right, so what happens is, click this little button. It's going to take you to a new page that explains what's going on. All right, and I'm going to try and zoom in to see if it's easier for you guys to read. This isn't all your system. See what it's doing. It's saying if you put somebody on a save search, all right, let's say it's monthly, all right. If you go for monthly, consecutive unopened monthly saved searches, or if the lead has ignored 24 months of updates, what it's going to do is it's going to go down. So it starts at the lowest and goes up. So for example, immediate. We put somebody on immediate because we're in a hot market like most of us are. They're going to go from immediate to daily if a lead has had 10 consecutive, keyword here is unopened, saved search emails that have been running for at least 21 days. Okay, so it's basically saying, hey, we keep sending and sending and sending and sending and they don't open it. We're going to move it from immediate to daily. All right, and so on. And you can read all these, but we've given a lot of time in there for a lot of opportunity. The reason we're sunsetting these again is if they keep going, these can affect your email reputation to where the email providers might think it's spam. Or if you did somebody register on your site with an email that's a spam trap or something like that, and they want to monitor how long and how many times you're going to keep sending emails that go unopened, which define you as a spammer, we're going to start sunsetting those slowly to save your email reputation. Okay, and again, you find this within the save search settings, all right, because most of the emails going unopened are saved searches. You have the ability to turn this off if you do not want it. We recommend that you leave it on, again, to save that email reputation. All right. On that. All right, yes. So again, you have the option. Somebody asked us, do we have to do this? You don't have to. You can turn this off if you want to, but we highly recommend that you leave it on. Again, if you get a bad reputation for your URL and can't get emails out, it's going to hurt your conversion rate on a lot of these. All right. Reverse search. Here's another one that I really want to talk about. This has been around for quite a while, but I feel like it's terribly underutilized within the system. So let me get this to load here. So reverse search, basically what we want to do is this data of leads. We don't necessarily have sold a home to all of them. They're leads maybe that we've just either imported or that have come in through PPC, Facebook. They'll still have value, right? A lot of people have got a ton of leads. They're just looking, there's no value to me. Listing is everything. We all know that. Leverage your database of what's going on with reverse search, and you can use it in two different ways, all right? Let's say you have a great home that came on the market, and you want to find out in your database, the home just came on at 300,000. So who in my database, lag here, who in my database is looking between 280,000 and 320? All right. And I want to know if they're looking in Meridian, because this home that just came on is a great buy in Meridian. It's listed right at 300,000. Right. So I bracket it. Oh, scroll a little too far, between 280 and 320. And I want it to show me. All right. What the system is going to do, it's going to analyze anybody who's clicking on homes that meet that criteria. All right, you can produce them in a list to where now you have the options. You can dial them, you can mass email them, whatever you want. So I instantly know that I have 226 people in my database that meet this criteria. All right, so I can reach out to them. All right, one thing I love to do, again, these columns I think are terribly underutilized, guys. We default everything to creation date, meaning the newest registration on top. All right, but if you have a great deal, who's thinking real estate? Who might I call that's actually still in the market looking, wanting to know what's going on? All right, so I can tell when I just drop this to last login that it's 13 minutes ago, an hour ago, 2 hours ago. This might be the order that I want to prospect. All right, here's somebody that's closed. Are they thinking about maybe selling and buying again? All right, the other thing I could do is I could just come all the way down, hit select all, hit mass email. And now I could email all of them. Maybe I put a link. I can just click on the little house right here. I could type in the MLS number. Let's just say it was that one. Hit insert. On how great I think it is. All right, guys, take it to the next level. All right, click on your BombBomb icon if you have BombBomb video email. Now I can record something. Basically, just says, give you your account if you don't use this. Gabe Cordova here with ABC Realty. I want to let you know about a great home that just came on the market that might be of interest. Check out the link below. Let me know if you'd like to schedule a time to go see it. Thanks. All right, once you upload that, I think it's going to make you name it. You guys can literally insert this. What's awesome about how we've done the integration with BombBomb is it creates a preview. There's some motion in there, which you'll see here in a second. I'm a big fan of raising my hand because they see motion, what's going on, gets them to open it. All right, so this is a great way to utilize that database and reverse prospect for a great property that just came on the market. All right, another thing, grab a drink coffee. Another thing you guys can do with reverse prospecting, listing appointments. All right, more than ever, we're competing on listings. Okay, they're interviewing multiple agents. We need to win these listings, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these really quick. 1 second. All right, so here we go. Come on, get away, get away. All right, come filters. On a listing appointment, you're sitting down with them, or they're coming to your office, however you're doing your listing appointment. What I'd recommend, come down. We can use sort of the same exact scenario of what we're doing. I would type this in front of them, saying, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I'm assuming you're interviewing other agents to sell your home. Is that correct? Typically, they're going to say yes. Here's a script that I use, would love to share with you, is what I'd recommend is asking them for their list of active and hot buyers. Have they shared that with you by chance? And the husband and wife look at each other. What are you talking about? Well, Mr. and Ms. Seller, what I want to do is, because I know that you're going to be selling your home here in the Meridian area, we'll discuss final price later, but we know it's going to probably be somewhere in that 280 to 320,000, and buyers tend to search in a range anyway. We're going to type that in. We know your home's in Meridian, but also we know that people shop in Boise as well as Meridian. If I could type, it would help. In Boise and Meridian. So what I want to do is I'm going to tell my system, because we use technology, and we're going to use technology to sell your home, to find out how many people, how many buyers I currently have in my database that might be interested in your home. And look, I've got 400 people in my database currently looking in your price range in the cities that might consider your home, as early as 16 minutes ago, an hour ago, 2 hours ago. So just so you know, when you hire me and my team, we'll leverage this. We can reach out to these 400 active people. And again, look, these people have been on within just the last few hours. They're thinking real estate. We can get your home in front of them, right? So whatever your script is, the big that I see is, here's my list of active and hot buyers. Show them. Leverage this database of people that you sold homes to that are still looking to your sellers. Use this tool within Firepoint to help you land. Search is a huge tool that we think is being utilized. Over, I want to see if there are any questions coming in. Is it going to be available to watch later? That everything's being recorded, so we'll send it back out to everybody. Let's see. Is there a to allow emails to be sent to people outside of leads? So two ways of answering that. You can do that today, actually. So all you need to do is when you're on a leads profile is when you're in here and you bring it in here, you can see where it automatically addresses it, but you want it to be logged in the system. You can actually delete that and then just type in an email address if you want it to go to whoever. All right. If you also want it to be on that person, you can leave that in there and then add in a second. All right. So you can do that currently today. Let's see. Let me go back out to another question here. It says you're not showing one of the features that I highlighted. For some reason you're not seeing a feature that I highlighted, definitely reach out to your customer success rep here at Firepoint. They can get that turned on for you. Let's see. We will get the yeah, somebody said, yeah, the webinar is being recorded, guys. We'll be able to do this. So if you want to watch it back, replay it, anything like that, you definitely can. The big thing too, speaking of that, whenever we do these new features, or maybe you've missed it and we've sent it out, do the menu drop down, come down to training. All right, the features are in here. Typically, we'll have an overview training here that gets updated and brought in. Again, it's taking a second to load the videos with the webinar broadcast, but they're in here. This breaks them down feature by feature, so it's more specific. So like even the task to calendar integration that we covered is here. So if you guys are ever curious how something works or do we have it, take a scroll through the training video section by section down here, or a total overview. On the advanced section, things that are only admin related, we have them in here, guys. So custom web pages, tags, updating logos, any of that is in here, so that we want to do it after hours on the weekends when we don't have one of our success managers available. You can be doing it and you have help at all times. So all of this is currently in the system for you. It's just a matter of utilizing it and seeing where it's at. So any other questions, keep them coming in. I think we've answered all that are there. Rewatches, we'll have it posted later. It'll be on the Facebook page as well as getting sent out to everybody who's signing up. So you guys can watch it back, have any questions. Your account management team is also here, but sometimes this is the fastest, best way to get an answer because they're right there at your fingertips versus waiting for somebody to answer the phone or give you a call back. So. Nope, I don't see any here, guys, but doesn't mean you can't still ask. Please send them in. We're here to help. We'll get this posted right away. So if you guys have any questions, just let us know. Thanks again, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you guys.